Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Los Angeles Angels vs San Francisco Giants, Boston Red Sox vs Houston Astros, and Washington Nationals vs Atlanta Braves, which are happening on Monday, May 31st, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. Now I'm going to start off by talking about Los Angeles Angels vs San Francisco Giants match. The poor record for the Angels is a result of having MLB's worst pitching staff, but they held Oakland to 2 total runs over their last 2 games to pick up a couple of wins. All 4 Los Angeles runs on Sunday came in the top of the second inning, headlined by a solo shot from Jared Walsh, followed by a 2-run double off the bat of David Fletcher. San Francisco won their second straight from the Dodgers Saturday night and their 4th in the last 5 games overall. The Giants entered Sunday second in the NL West race, 1.5 games behind the Padres for the top spot in the division race. Wilmer Flores, 2 runs, RBI, led San Francisco with 3 hits, while Evan Longoria is 8th, and Donovan Solano is 2nd, each homered in the victory. The offensive barrage helped Logan Webb 4-3 earn the win on the mound. Through 5 innings, allowing 2 runs, 1 earned, on 1 hit with no walks and 7 strikeouts before departing. Starter Jose Quintana allowed 2 unearned runs in 3 innings, while the much-maligned Angels bullpen tossed 6 scoreless frames and didn't give up a hit. Fletcher and Taylor Ward each had multi-hit games to give the Angels some production from the bottom of the order. The Angels are struggling with Mike Trout on the IL, and their pitching has left plenty to be desired in the first couple months of the season. Los Angeles now has to go to face a Giants team that is playing solid baseball and that has some momentum in their pocket. Los Angeles has also struggled against the spread at 23-30 and is down a significant amount the money line, as it has not lived up to preseason expectations. Overs are 30-23 for the Angels, although each of their last 4 games has gone under the betting total. My betting advice for that game is to pick San Francisco Giants. As much of baseball already know, this year's Red Sox offense isn't much like the one that fans have been accustomed to seeing over the last few years. As a team, Boston ranks 1st in baseball in runs/9 and OPS, while 2nd in batting average and 6th in home runs per game. The depth of the lineup has been unmatched this season, and Houston will have their hands full, especially at the top of the order. J.D. Martinez has made his case for MVP of the first couple of months, now leading the team with a .328 batting average, 62 hits, and .399 OBP. He's also led the team in home runs for much of the season, 12-39, but a strong May by Rafael Devers has seen him take the team lead in home runs, 14, and RBI, 43, which is 2nd in all of baseball. As if those 2 weren't enough for opposing teams to worry about, Xander Bogaerts has added 10 home runs of his own and is hitting .326 after leading the team in batting for much of the beginning of the season. One more pleasant surprise for the Red Sox has been Alex Verdugo, who they got back in a part of the Mookie Betts deal last year. Verdugo is hitting .287 on the year and has provided a spark at the top of the order for the big bats. Over the last 7 days, Devers and Martinez are both hitting .333, but it's been Hunter Renfroe who has stepped up his game, leading the team with a .467 average. Rodriguez hasn't been great of late, but another day won't see him or the Red Sox complaining, and Boston has actually won 5 in a row when Rodriguez is pitching on a week's rest or more. Urquidy will be taking the mound for the Astros, and while he was in great form before getting hurt, The injury still leaves some question marks as to what exactly he's capable of and how far he might be able to go in his starts. The Astros started the season as one of the better teams in baseball and had many thinking that the Astros of old had returned yet again as one of the best teams in baseball. Injuries hampered the squad once May rolled around, and they still have as many as 3 starts out for Monday's game, including Yordan Alvarez, Yuli Gurriel, and Michael Brantley, plus a bullpen that has 5 relievers slated to continue to be out this week. It's been some of the lesser-known names on the roster leading the team so far this season, with 3 different players leading in the 3 major offensive categories. Kyle Tucker has stepped in well in place of George Springer and leads the team with 11 home runs but only is hitting .230. Alvarez leads in batting average at .310 but might not be available, which is a similar story for Yuli Gurriel, who leads the team with 38 RBI and has added 7 home runs and a .309 batting average. With some of the leaders out, it's a great opportunity for players like Alex Bregman, .297, and Jose Altuve, .297, to make their veteran presence known. My betting advice for that game is to pick Red Sox -110. Washington lost their 3rd straight and 4th in the last 5 games as they were swept in a doubleheader with the Brewers Saturday after Friday's game was rained out. The Nationals entered Sunday last in the NL East, 5.5 games behind the Mets for the top spot. In the opener of the doubleheader with Milwaukee, Kyle Schwarber hit his 9th homer of the year to account for the offense, but it wasn't enough. Patrick Corbin, 3-4, took the loss on the mound as he allowed 4 runs on 4 hits with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. In the nightcap, Brian Zimmerman, RBI, had 2 hits while Trey Turner drove in a run, but a 4-run Brewers 6th proved to be too much for the Nationals to overcome. John Lester threw 4 innings, allowing 1 run on 5 hits with no walks and 4 strikeouts, while not factoring in the decision. Daniel Hudson, 3-1, took the loss as he allowed 3 runs on 1 hit with 2 walks and 1 strikeout over 1.1 innings of work. Both teams have had their issues this season, and that makes for a tough outing when it comes to trying to gauge who gets the upper hand. Washington has struggled to get their bats going for stretches this season, like we saw in the doubleheader Saturday against Milwaukee. Atlanta has to deal with the potential long-term loss of Marcell Ozuna, who was arrested Saturday for a domestic violence incident. He was on the IL with 2 broken fingers as it was, but this could land him on the restricted list. As it stands, Morton has pitched well of late and the Nationals aren't striking fear in the hearts of opposing rotations. The Atlanta Braves have a lot of talented offensive players throughout their lineup, but none may be as talented as right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. He has a .982 OPS this season with 15 home runs and 32 RBI with 6 stolen bases. He has been struggling in his last 30 games as he has a .196 batting average with 8 homers and 16 RBI with a 16.29 walk-to-strikeout ratio in that span. If Acuna can get the batting average up even more, which is currently at .278, it will really help the Atlanta offense. Charlie Morton is on the bump for his 11th start of the season for the Braves in this contest. He comes in 3-2 with a 3.98 ERA, a 1.212 WHIP, 18 walks and 61 strikeouts over 52 innings of work this season. Morton comes in off a win in his last start, which came against the Red Sox on the road Tuesday. He threw 7 innings, allowing 1 run none earned, on 3 hits with 2 walks and 9 strikeouts in a game the Braves won 3-1. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.